Go ahead, right?
Yeah. Is it coming up?
Yes,
Okay. Are we live?
I believe so. Yep.
Did it say video started?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as it says that, let me know in future, okay?
Okay. I
Thank
have no
you.
comments yet.
But you're pretty sure we're live.
Yes.
All right. And I know we're on the right profile, so there we are. I think we might as well go ahead and start.
I have a button that says end live, so I know we're live.
Good. Good. Yeah, that's a real giveaway. All right, why aren't my lyrics working? That's odd.
Huh.
That's gonna really be a problem.
Yeah.
Take a look at it. Is the pedal still blue?
Yes. It is.
Ah, now it's working.
Got it? Excellent.
We just couldn't get by without at least one technical glitch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our virtual front porch.
Yes.
It's a beautiful spring day here in Alabama. It's going to go up to about 70 degrees. It's a clear blue sky, sun is shining. All of the folks in my neighborhood are out working in their yards and doing different things.
Laura's
And,
here.
hello,
Here I
Laura.
am, on
Hey.
time, finishing up rock mostly.
Yeah, I did learn your song. So we will play it at the end unless you have to leave early, and if you do, let us know in time for me to play it for you. I've got to say it's one of the prettiest songs that I've been requested to play in a long, long time. It really was fun learning it. Okay. This show is called Have a Beer. And it's consists of songs with the word beer in their title or in their lyrics. And we'll kick off with one from Tom T. Hall called I Like Beer. In some of my songs I've casually mentioned the fact that I like to drink beer. This little song is more to the point. Roll out the barrel and lend me your ears. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes me feel mellow. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much. Vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer. My wife often frowns when we're out on the town and I'm wearing a suit and a tie. She's sipping vermouth and she thinks I'm uncouth when I yell as the waiter goes by. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes me feel mellow. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much. Vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer. Last night I dreamed I passed from the scene and I went to a place so sublime. All the water was clear and tasted like beer. Then they turned it all into wine. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes me feel mellow. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much. Vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer.
Nice. Laura said, I'm not going anywhere until you sign off.
Okay, great.
And Libby is with us.
Hey, Libby.
Joining you, taking a break. Glad to be with you. Glad to have you.
Glad to have you with us.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day down here.
Yes.
And I hope you're not working too hard, but I know you want to. I don't know if you're in Melbourne or if you're in Sebring today. But anyway, I'm glad you could stop by for a while.
Yes.
And have a virtual beer with us.
Yes.
Here's a song called Pretty Good at Drinking Beer. And the artist is Billy Currington. Let me move this harp a little bit. I gotta get it a little closer. There we go. I wasn't born for digging deep holes. I'm not made for paving long roads. I ain't cut out to climb highline poles, but I'm pretty good at drinking beer. I'm not the type to work in a bank. I'm no good at slapping on paint. Don't have a knack for making motors crank, no, but I'm pretty good at drinking beer. So hand me one more, that's what I'm here for. I'm built for having a ball. I love the nightlife, I like my Bud Light. I like 'em cold and tall. I ain't much for mowing big grass. I'm too slow for working too fast. I don't do windows, so I don't ask. But I'm pretty good at drinking beer. A go-getter? Well, maybe I'm not. I'm not known for doing a lot. But I do my best work when the weather's hot. I'm pretty good at drinking beer. So hand me one more, that's what I'm here for. I'm built for having a ball. I love the nightlife, I like my Bud Light. I like 'em cold and tall. I wasn't born for digging deep holes. I'm not made for paving long roads. I ain't cut out to climb high-line poles, but I'm pretty good at drinking beer. I'm pretty good at drinking beer. Hand me one more, boys. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Dan Wolking is with us.
Dan!
He says hi all and welcome.
How are ya?
Glad to have you.
I could use that schedule as soon as you can shake loose some time to convert it for me. Hope you guys aren't freezing to death up there.
Buried in snow.
Yeah. Everything's blooming down here. We've got daffodils and grass is starting to green up.
Oh my goodness, yes, and grow.
And Bradford pears and stuff like that. So pretty soon we'll be griping about the heat. Oh dear. All right, here's one by David Allan Coe. I'm gonna tell you about my younger days when my health was good, but my mind was crazed by chemical interactions in my brain. Yes, I got high, you know it's true, but one I'm gonna relate to you will keep you just like me from going insane. Because you know beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Yeah, keep off crack and speed and smoke. You'll just get dumber with every toke. Rocks in your head. No wonder it's called stoned. Your heart beats fast, eyes red as hell. The monkey just gets bigger till your money, lungs, and mind will all be broke. You know that beer is good for you. 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 Dope carnivals inside your head can turn into freak shows instead. Face every imagined horror known to you. Beautiful and exotic, paranoid and psychotic. There's nothing left but sawdust when they're through. Hey, don't feel bad and don't feel blue about all this jive I'm laying on you. I'm just trying to make a point and make it clear. Now don't get angry, don't lose hope. Just because you can't use dope, you can always make a real good case for beer. You know that beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Here's to you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Dark or light, it's brown as honey, worth its weight in gold or money. Oh baby, that beer is good for you. Gives your tongue a tingle and your mind a buzz, and you wake up in the morning with a mouthful of fuzz. Oh baby, that beer is good for you. You know beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Not as good as sex, but it's better than jail. Hookers cost, but so does bail. Oh baby, beer is good for you, and it's cheaper too. So tell the man behind the bar, B-E-E-R. I'm telling you, beer is good for you. You know beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. One more brew. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you. Beer is good for you.
Hey. Alan Hale is with us.
Hey,
Hello,
Bob and
George
Bren,
Lynn.
how are ya?
XX. Hello,
Good
George
evening.
and Lynn. Welcome, welcome.
Indeed, glad to have you.
Yes.
I'm just about ready to work Delaney's donkey into one of these shows. We're going to do one about animals here in a little while. I think I'll maybe try to get him in there.
Yeah.
It's a funny
I love
song.
that song.
No. You're thinking of Wonky Donkey.
Oh.
This is a different one.
This is a different one.
Yeah.
Ah.
This song is called Beer, Beer, Beer. I don't know who wrote it, but it was recorded by the Clancy Brothers and Tom Makem. Let's see if I can think of the key. A long time ago, way back in history, when all there was to drink was nothing but cups of tea, along came a man by the name of Charlie Mops, and he invented a wonderful drink, and he made it out of hops. He might have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, but to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. The Curtis Bar, the James's Pub, the hole in the wall as well. One thing you can be sure of, it's Charlie's beer they sell. So all you lads and lasses, at 11 o'clock you stop for 5 short seconds. Remember Charlie Mops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He might have been an admiral, he might have been a king. He might have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. A bushel of hops, a barrel of malt, you stir it around with a stick. That sort of lubrication that makes your engine tick. 40 pints of wallops a day will keep away the quacks. It's only 8 and 8 the pot, and 1 and 6 in tax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He might have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. The Lord bless Charlie Mops.
Yeah. Laura said, Dad is doing PT while I watch this.
Oh, okay. Well, give him our best.
Yes.
Tell him to hang in there. This song is one I used to play in my bar gig days. It's called Rednecks, White Sox, and Blue Ribbon Beer. There's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my redneck, white socks, and blue ribbon beer. The barmaid is mad 'cause some guy made a pass. The jukebox is playing, there stands the glass, and the cigarette smoke kinda hangs in the air. Rednecks, white socks, and blue ribbon beer. Cowboys a cussin' the pinball machine. A drunk at the bar is getting noisy and mean. And some guy on the phone says, I'll be home soon, dear. Redneck, white socks and blue ribbon beer. No, we don't fit in with that white collar crowd. We're a little too rowdy and a little too loud. There's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my redneck white socks and blue ribbon beer. The semis are passing on the highway outside. The 4:30 crowd is about to arrive. The sun's going down and they'll all soon be here. Redneck, white socks and blue ribbon beer. Now we don't fit in with that white collar crowd. We're a little too rowdy and a little too loud. There's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my redneck white socks and blue ribbon beer. There's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my redneck white socks and blue ribbon beer.
Yes. I had where Alan said, "Yes, please, George," in response to the donkey.
Delaney's donkey, yeah. We're going to get that.
And Ricky said, "I made it."
Hey, Ricky made it.
Ricky made it. And Ziggy is with us. Hi, George and Lynn. Greetings again from Germany. I'm late. We'll wait for the recording to listen to what I missed.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you could make it, Ziggy.
Yes, welcome.
Good evening to you, and I'm glad you were able to join us here.
Yes.
Singing about beer.
Yes, beer.
So Ziggy knows a lot about beer because he's from a beer country.
A beer country.
Yeah. Okay. Now, there's all kinds of ways to get beer, but if you can't buy beer, you can always make your own.
Ricky said, "What was that beer you used to drink? Red, white, and blue. Ha ha."
Red, white, and blue.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I drank a lot of...
Like beers and ales.
Yeah, Goebbels.
That was one.
Yeah, there was one Goebbels that we drank a lot. We drank a lot of Old Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Red Hat. Whatever was cheap that day.
Hood.
Yeah, Robin Hood Ale. Yeah, we were, you know.
Ricky said Goebel, question mark?
Yeah, Goebel.
Yeah, that was one.
Yeah, Goebbels. We drank a lot of that. I like that beer. They don't make it anymore. Oh, well.
Stroh's was one that we liked for a while.
Yeah. Anyway, here's a song that I've done. This is a song I've done most often, and it's going to increase its lead by one here. This is the most played song on our shows. Uncle Hiram and the Homemade Beer.
Yes.
I'm trying it at a little different tempo today. I think I like it better this way. Well, I was just a boy at the time when this drinking Uncle Hiram decided he'd make up a batch of homemade beer. Don't tell a soul, he said to me, but I've come across this recipe that says for pennies a day I can drink all year. So we searched the alleys behind the bars for empty jugs and mason jars, and we sneaked them down to his basement brewery. He measured out yeast and sugar and hops, and he said to me as we sealed the tops, "For goodness sake, don't tell your Aunt Marie." She'd say, "Hey there, Hiram, what's going on down there? There's some peculiar odor coming up the basement stairs. Going back to your sewing, hon, I'm varnishing a chair. The time my Uncle Hiram made his famous homemade beer. Well, we let it sit for a month or so, and me and Uncle sneaked down below, figuring it was about time to give it a try. I was standing there at the foot of the stairs, and Uncle Hiram was checking the wares, when all of a sudden 2 bottles just flew sky high. Well, the jars went crash and the lids went plunk, and Hiram dived behind the trunk as the beer began to spew out on the floor. He said, "Don't mind me, save yourself." As fast as I could, I ran up the steps, and out of breath I quickly closed the door. Aunt Marie said, "What is it, dear?" And I said, "It's Uncle's homemade beer. It's blowing up and got Uncle trapped down there." She said, "Beer, beer, I declare. Hiram, you come up out of there." But the sound of exploding beer was all we could hear. "Hey there, Hiram, what's going on down there? There's some peculiar odor coming up the basement stairs. Going back to your sewing, hon, I'm varnishing a chair. The time my Uncle Hiram made his famous homemade beer." It sounded like a war for a day and a night. Those bottles just blew up left and right, till finally we just heard one here and there. Aunt Marie took a comforter and, holding it up in the front of her with me behind, we went on down the stairs. The place was a mess, to say the least. The walls were sticky and it smelled like yeast, and the glass and the lids and the beer were all around. It had been quite a battle, there weren't no doubt, but when we commenced to looking about, Uncle Hiram was nowhere to be found. Auntie cried out, "Hiram, oh poor dear, he's been killed by a jar of beer. I warned him a drink, but he never listens to me." Then up popped the lid on the antique trunk, and there, soaks in beer, blind running drunk, was the late lamented love of Aunt Marie. And he said, "Rather see it all go to waste, I figured I might as well give it a little taste. I reckon I tasted about 43 jars of beer." Y'all just go on, 'cause I'm staying right down here. Hey there, Hiram, what's going on down there? There's some peculiar odor coming up the basement stairs. Going back to your sewing, hon, I'm varnishing a chair. The time my Uncle Hiram made his famous homemade beer.
There you go. Ricky said, "A bit off topic, but I meant to ask you last time if you watched the Westminster Dog Show. A Doberman won Best of Show. Her name is Penny."
Damn.
And a smile face and a heart. Her name is Penny.
I never watched the Westminster Dog Show because the American Kennel Club has been responsible for ruining more good breeds of dogs than any other disease, natural disaster, or anything else that you can mention. So no, I didn't watch it. And I'm sorry a Doberman won, because now they'll start breeding Doberman lookalikes, and they'll all go crazy and violent and everything, and the breed will get a bad name. Thank you, Westminster.
Maybe it won't happen.
I hope not. Penny was a great dog.
She sure was.
Just really a great dog. And, I'm glad Adobe won, I guess. But in a way I'm not, because, Lassie and the Westminster Kennel Club ruined the Collie. Rin Tin Tin and the Westminster Kennel Club ruined the Shepherd. And the poodles to a certain extent, but they just collies, Lassie and the AKC.
Well, Cocker Spaniels.
And Cocker Spaniels and Dalmatians. Whenever a breed gets popular, then Westminster gets a hold of it, and then they breed characteristics into it because they want all of future dogs to look like whichever one of that breed is unfortunate enough to win Best in Show first. The first German Shepherd to win Best in Show had a draggy butt. And now we got German Shepherds with low-hanging rear ends and hip dysplasia.
Back problems
and all kinds of things. So, end of rant. Sorry, Ricky.
But Penny was a
great dog. She really was.
She was something.
If we didn't do it, it's because we either didn't think about it or forgot about it. I mean, that dog and I did all kind of stuff together.
Yes.
She was my first guide dog. There's nothing like your first walk with a guide dog, because it's like flying. You don't have to walk real slow. You don't have to keep ears and toes and everything out for obstacles. You don't have to worry about a white cane. You can just walk. And it's was one of the greatest sensations I ever felt. And I always got a kick when I went back for other dogs to watch the first timers take that first walk.
Yeah.
Because they just come back and they couldn't get the grin out of their voice, you know. Anyhow, let's see here. Okay, it's time for the stuff in the middle, so hold the comments. Although I'm going to ask for comments if you're new to the show. We'd love to get to know you a little better. Leave us a comment. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, what you like. Just, a little bit. We like to get to know the people that we play for. We just kind of see this as a bunch of folks sitting around on the front porch playing music and talking and stuff. If you want to ask questions or anything other than in the comments while we're here, the best way to get an answer is to email me the questions at autoharp.down.home@gmail.com. autoharp.down.home@gmail.com. Facebook Messenger is just not friendly to folks who use screen readers like me. And I can't. I have trouble responding to messages. I have trouble reading messages. So if you've left me a message and I haven't responded, it's not because I don't care or I didn't. I just can't handle the Facebook Messenger system, unfortunately. Tell your friends about us. If you like what you see here and hear and all, tell your friends about us. And if you don't like what you see and hear, tell your enemies about us. And we'll do our best to just mess them up.
Yeah.
And this is the 141st. I can't believe it. This is the 141st show that we did. We started this way back almost 7 years ago. The next show will be, part of it will be our anniversary, or we'll, acknowledge that. But if you like these and you'd like to go back and see some of them, you can see the last couple on Facebook, but Facebook only keeps them for 30 days now. But there's a YouTube channel. So if you look up Autoharp Down Home on YouTube, you can immerse yourself in this nonsense for long periods of time. Probably if you played them night and day, you'd get a couple of 3 weeks out of it. Our next show will be on the 14th of March. And we will do St. Patrick's Day songs that day, Irish songs.
Yes.
And we've got some good ones lined up for that. So if you're not busy on Saturday the 14th at this same time, 14th of March, at this same time, join us for a St. Patty's Day celebration you'll never forget.
Indeed.
Okay. Any comments?
No.
Nope.
Ricky was the last one about Penny.
Okay. Here's a song that is called Here's to the Horses.
Oh.
Here's to the horses that pull a Budweiser. Here's to the ribbon round the blue ribbon can. Here's to the ladies that pour golden rivers that fill up the glass of the beer drinking man. Down by the river at old Grady's Tavern, that's where we gather most every night, laughing and joking, talking and toasting, tall storytelling till almost daylight. Here's to the horses that pull a Budweiser. Here's to the ribbon round the blue ribbon can. Here's to the ladies that pour golden rivers that fill up the glass of the beer drinking man. We'll drink a toast with each round that you buy. Your wife or your girlfriend, we'll toast anything. Winners or losers, you be the choosers, and along about morning you might hear us sing, sing, sing. Here's to the horses that pull a Budweiser. Here's to the ribbon round the blue ribbon can. Here's to the ladies that pour golden rivers that fill up the glass of the beer drinking man. Here's to the old flames we've left behind. We wish them the best they can do without us. Here's to the wife of old Billy Johnson. The day that she left him, we toasted the bus. Sing, sing. Here's to the horses that pull a Budweiser. Here's to the ribbon round the blue ribbon can. Here's to the ladies that pour golden rivers that fill up the glass of the beer drinking man. Here's to the jukebox that stands in the corner. Here's to the records that go round and round. Here's to the bar stools and bottles and glasses, and here's to Milwaukee, she won't let us down. Here's to the horses that pull a Budweiser. Here's to the ribbon round the blue ribbon can. Here's to the ladies that pour golden rivers that fill up the glass of the beer drinking man. Here's to the horses that pull a Budweiser. Here's to the ribbon round the blue ribbon can. Here's to the ladies that pour golden rivers that fill up the glass of the beer drinking man.
Yes. Alan said, I know about making beer and wine and something else I make all alcoholic X exclamation point. Make all drinks XB.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I brewed some beer. I also made not your dad's root beer, I'll tell you that. It had a kick to it. Oh, yeah. Made a little wine.
Alan said, Moonshiner Man.
Yeah, that's a song I might sing next time around, because it is Irish, the Moonshiner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we will see.
Laura said, do you know Gold Star? It is a beer from Israel.
I have heard of it, but I do not believe I've ever tasted it.
I had not heard of it.
I'll
But
look
then
around
I don't know
here.
a lot about beers.
We'll ask Stephanie if they carry it.
Ricky said maybe a little hash oil. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, well, that was done too.
Yes.
But
Alan says made with potatoes.
that, yes indeed. I know that.
Yes.
I know what that drink is. Usually they distill it, but there you go. But you can count on beer.
Laura said New York is where you can find it in the States.
Oh, well, I will probably never visit New York again. I did that
Yeah.
once.
Alan says Irish.
Aha.
I space rish.
All right. Well, you can brew all those other things, but you can count on beer.
Yes.
Here's a song with that title, written and recorded by David Allan Coe. There's no way to meet the monthly bills. Folks are getting laid off at the mill. If your girl is cheating once again, just remember you still got a friend. You can count on beer every day of every year. You can tell all of your troubles to those bright golden bubbles. You can count on beer when the world is insincere. Bring around, sing a cheer. You can count on beer. You can smash your fog lamps on your truck. To hustle pool you need some lady luck. But when you're feeling lower than a hound, there's one friend that never lets you down. You can count on beer every day of every year. You can tell all of your troubles to those bright golden bubbles. You can count on beer when the world is insincere. Bring a round, sing a cheer. You can count on beer. Politicians only tell you lies, and all you see is prices on the rise. Bosses say there'll be better days. Well, somehow you ain't never seen a ray. You can count on beer every day of every year. You can tell all of your troubles to those bright golden bubbles. You can count on beer when the world is insincere. Bring a round, sing a cheer. You can count on beer. You can count on beer every day of every year. You can tell all of your troubles to those bright golden bubbles. You can count on beer when the world is insincere. Bring a round, sing a cheer. You can count on beer.
Yeah.
By golly. Yes. Here is a song that was recorded by a group called Laughing Hyena. I think they're a bunch of youpers. I really do, Dan. They've got that accent and everything else. But they aren't the group that's called the Youpers. This group is called Laughing Hyena. And the song is called Save the beer. A battered 40-footer left from Cleveland Friday night, chugging out to Put-in Bay where they would spend the night. When the captain stocked the boat up, his intentions had been clear: 450 cases of old Milwaukee beer. Before they even left the flats, the sky was looking bad. And when the gale began to blow, the captain told his lads, down below I piled and stocked an awful lot of brew. So if we should go down tonight, this is what you do. Save the beer, lads, save the beer. Whatever you do tonight, just save the beer. Lake Erie's got us in her grip, but Put-in Bay is near. We may be going down, but save the beer. The storm, it blew its hardest just 3 miles from the docks. They heard a mighty crash below as if they'd hit some rocks. But it was just those cases smashing holes below, letting in Lake Erie as they hurled to and fro. The captain crawled across the deck and no one knew quite how. He fell into the water as the wave crashed on the bow. The crew was in a quandary, but they thought of what he said. They could have saved the captain, but they saved the beer instead. Save the beer, lads, save the beer. Whatever you do tonight, just save the beer. Lake Erie's got us in her grip, but Put-in Bay is near. We may be going down, but save the beer. As the boat was sinking, they found timbers from the pier. They lashed them all together and loaded on the beer. By then the storm was over that had caused the boat to sink. They may have lost the captain, but they had the beer to drink. They drifted for an hour or two when something caught their eye. 4 waitresses from Hooters whose boat had sunk nearby. Their shirts were torn and hanging loose as they bobbed in the swell. Now they had some women and lots of beer as well. Save the beer, lads, save the beer. Whatever you do tonight, just save the beer. So far it's been a rough night, but I think our dates are here. We're mighty glad we chose to save the beer. But when the Hooters waitresses had climbed aboard the craft, the extra weight from silicone began to swamp the raft. The crew was in a quandary, they had a choice to make: 4 bodacious women or beer thrown in the lake. The women's chests were heaving as they began to cry. They got down on their knees and said, "We'll do anything for you guys." Their wet t-shirts were tempting, but still the choice was clear. They said, "Throw back the waitresses, by God, let's save the beer." Save the beer, lads, save the beer. Whatever you do tonight, just save the beer. They've got 100 lovely waitresses on Put-in Bay, I hear. So go row a little more and save the beer. Whatever you do tonight, just save the beer.
Dan said, "Oh yeah, that sounds like Youpers." Just wondering what they're doing down by Put-in Bay.
Yeah, well, that's drinking beer, apparently.
Yes.
Lynn got a kick out of that. I thought you'd heard that before.
No. Libby said, "This is an awful song."
Oh, well, different strokes for different folks, I suppose.
Save the beer.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's just a little weird, but the group is a little weird too. Here's a song by a fella named Johnny Bond, who was an old-time country singer. His first records were on 78s back in the late 40s, early 50s. And then later on he did a bunch of albums. And this song is called Beer Sickle. Oh, beer sickle, we really had a ball. Oh, beer sickle, I'll tell you one and all. After having 6 or 8, I really did get pickled. And the funny way I felt eating those beer sickles. Now I came home the other night as tired as I could be. I thought I'd have a cold one and watch a little TV. I opened up the freezer door and boy did I get tickled. When I took out that cool one, man, I had myself a beer sickle. Oh, beer sickle, we really had a ball. Oh, beer sickle, I'll tell you one and all. After having 6 or 8, I really did get pickled. And the funny way I felt eating those beer sickles. Now my tang got tangled round my eye tooth, and it weren't no joke. My eye tooth couldn't see a single word that I undistinctly spoke. The drunker that I sat there, the longer I did get. And I'm not sure until this day that I'm over this thing yet. Oh, beer sickle, we really had a ball. Oh, beer sickle, I'll tell you one and all. After having 6 or 8, I really did get pickled. And the funny way I felt eating those beer sickles. Well, they picked me up and poured me into my bed that night. I thought that my old head bone was gonna take a flight. My eyeballs kept right on a reeling, kept right on a reeling. My eyeballs kept right on a rocking and kept right on a reeling. Why, I couldn't even keep my feet planted on the ceiling. Oh, beer sickle, we really had a ball. Oh, beer sickle, I'll tell you one and all. After having 6 or 8, I really did get pickled. And the funny way I felt eating those beer sickles. Oh, beer sickle, we really had a ball. Oh, beer sickle, I'll tell you one and all. After having 6 or 8, I really did get pickled. And the funny way I felt eating those beer sickles. Yeah, I've had a beer sickle or two in my day. Yes, sir.
Libby said, "You know I was just kidding, right?" Yes, we knew.
I know.
And then Alan said, "A very good show, good subject."
Thank you. There's a couple more left, so don't go away.
Right.
Here's a song that does not have the word beer in its title. It's only one of 2 in the show that don't. It's called People Are Crazy. And my son turned me on to this song, and I'm listening to it. And I thought, okay, it's just an average country song. Till you get to the end, and I learned it. People are crazy. This old man and me, we're at the bar and we're having us some beers and swapping I don't cares, talking politics, blonde and redhead chicks, old dogs and new tricks and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard the old man say, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. He said, I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? He said, damn if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put 'em through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette. He said, these damn things will kill me yet. But God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. Then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face. Front page obituary. He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. And I dropped by today to just say thanks and pray. And I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy.
Laura said, I am not seeing Dan's comments. I see other people's coming through just fine. That's odd.
Has Dan made a comment recently? He did. He commented earlier in the show.
On the Youpers.
Oh yeah, on the Youpers. That was the last comment. That's been a couple of songs ago, Laura.
Yeah.
All right. This is a parody of a Conway Twitty song that was done in either the late 60s or very early 70s called 15 Years Ago. And it's a sappy love song about this guy that never forgot his first love. This one is called 15 Beers Ago. Not so long ago I walked into this bar. It's the busiest place in this town by far. You have to wait your turn for that little room out back, you know. And I've been waiting here since 15 beers ago. 15 beers ago and I still feel the same. Why do I have to suffer this pain? It hurts just as much inside as if it's been a week or so. It takes a mighty patient man to wait his turn and wring his hands when he hasn't been since 15 beers ago. And then a lovely girl said, would you dance with me? I said, yes, I would, and she gave me a squeeze. As we danced around the floor, I prayed, oh Lord, don't let it show that I haven't been since 15 beers ago. 15 beers ago, and I still feel the same, only more so. Why do I have to suffer this pain? It hurts just as much inside as if it's been a week or so. It takes a mighty patient man to wait his turn and wring his hands when he hasn't been since 15 beers ago. I gotta go, folks. See you later.
Let's see. She said, I'm not seeing Dan's comments. And then Alan said the crazy ones are the tea drinkers.
Well, yeah.
And then Dan said, I'm a quiet kind of guy sometimes. And Laura said, I only drink water, I never drink wine. And then Alan said, Ben Colder. And Laura said, now I see it, Dan.
Yeah.
And Ricky said, my son dropped off some orange coolers and told me they were terrible and I could throw them away if I didn't like them either. What else? There's Seymour on that one. I cracked one open and it tasted like orange beer.
Okay.
I love orange coolers, but no on orange beer, LOL.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could do that either.
I didn't think so, no.
No, not my thing.
And that's the last comment. No on orange beer.
No on orange beer. I think that might be unanimous here today. Okay. We are... This song was requested last show by Lara.
Oh, yes.
And as I said at the beginning of the show, it's the prettiest song anybody's asked me to play in quite a long time. It was written and recorded by Tom Paxton. And it's called, he recorded it in 1964. It's called My Lady's a Wild Flying Dove. Some ladies are foolish, some ladies are gay, some ladies are comely, some live while they may. My lady's a wild flying dove. My lady is wine. She whispers each evening, she's mine, mine, mine. She likes pretty pictures. She loves singing birds. She'll watch them for hours, but I see only her. My lady's a wild flying dove. My lady is wine. She whispers each evening, she's mine, mine, mine. She tells me she's learning just how full her cup can be. She asked me to help her, but I know she's teaching me. My lady's a wild flying dove. My lady is wine. mine. She whispers each evening, she's mine, mine, mine. My lady's a wild flying dove. My lady is wine. She whispers each evening, she's mine, mine, mine.
Beautiful. Alan said, I love that song. And Laura said, thank you so much for doing my favorite Tom Paxton song. And Alan said,
you're
top
welcome.
marks, you two lovely couple. XXXXX.
Talk marks us.
Top marks.
Top marks. Oh,
Yes.
okay, sorry.
And Ricky said, got time for 100 bottles of beer on the wall?
No, sorry. We could do the expurgated version, 99 and 1 or something maybe.
There really is a song like that.
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Not one bottle of beer on the wall. One bottle of beer. Take it down, pass it around. No more bottles of beer on the wall.
Oh, there.
There you go.
Oh,
Well, folks, we have come to the end of another great get-together with all of our cyber friends out there.
yes.
And we just loved doing the show for you, and we loved all your comments and all the conversation
That was a good
and
time.
everything. It was a really great time. If you go to autoharpdownhome.com, you can buy a copy of our CD. If
Yes.
in fact you haven't already done so, and you're one of those dwindling few who can play CDs. It's called Forever Friends, and it's songs about dogs from the time we get our puppy until the time we have to watch them cross the Rainbow Bridge. And they're $20 a piece, and all of the money minus what it costs to ship it to you goes to the great folks who trade indie for me. And if you are really a glutton for punishment and you want to go back over the other 140 shows that we've done, watch us develop from the amateurs we were when we started out to the amateurs we are now, if you go to YouTube and search for Autoharp Down Home, you will find our Autoharp Down Home channel. And the link is also in the invite that you got if you follow us. If you follow us, if you follow the Autoharp Down Home Facebook page, you'll get an invitation, and I'm sending them out on Fridays now instead of Wednesdays. A lot of the places I sent them moderate their content now, and by the time they got around to passing my invites, the show was over. So I just post them to the pages now. And I would like to close with this thought. You can tell when someone's a real politician because when they really get too cold, they put their hands in your pockets. So long, everybody.
Alan
Go ahead.
said the Dobler, 7 Drunken Nights.
Yeah, that'll probably be there.
And Ziggy said, thanks. George and Lynn, see you later.
You bet. See you tonight.
Alan said, I cannot get to the first one. And Laura said, I once sang that song while I unloaded beer from Dad's car and got to the end just as I put the last 6-pack in my closet.
Mercy, he must have had a lot of beer, or it was a long way between the car and the house. My goodness.
Well, so glad you all came by.
Yes,
today.
indeed. It's been great. And don't forget, in 2 weeks, we're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day
Yes.
and our 7th anniversary on the air with you all. We started this nonsense in early March the 3rd, I think it was, 2019. And we've been doing it pretty regularly ever since. So
Laura said yes and yes. Well, we'll see you next time.
All right. Take care, everybody.
And end. Your live video has ended.
Quiet. Get over here. Wrong keyboard.
Good show.
I have lost control. Can you click on YouTube on your screen there?
On YouTube, I've got
Or I mean OBS.
no, OBS has slipped away. I've got your live video has ended. I don't see OBS. I had it for a minute. Where is it? This is still the Facebook page. Wait a minute. Let me go down here. This is OBS. Okay, and stop recording?
Yes.